My struggle, freedom come, my struggle, freedom come, my struggle, freedom come. Yeah, thank you. There's about 114 other protesters, including minors, who are locked up in Abuja today. All of these people have done nothing. That is what we have come to say here today. We are saying that we will not rest until they are all free. Yes, as we were here, we heard about the fact that the bail has been granted to Adaramoye Lenin and 9 others. We are happy with that bill, but then that does not mean that we have come to the end of the road when it comes to that, because the charges of treason continues to hang on their heads despite the bill. So we are demanding now that those charges are false and they must be purged, and all protesters, all journalists who have been around, they must be free. What it means really is that Nigeria has come full circle from a country that fought for democracy so much during the 90s. Then we had what was called democracy in 1999, a civilian rule. We have come full circle to a country that has now returned back, more or less, to military dictatorship. The only thing is that those who are orchestrating this dictatorship are in civilian gaps. But then the impact of their policies, the way they hound journalists, the way they attack people's democratic rights, is actually as the same as when it was under the military. You can't even speak up. You can't say the truth. Everybody who decides to say the truth in this country, becomes an endangered person. Not even the president of the largest trade union center in West Africa, president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, is saved, from this constant harassment, and arrest by the police and the DSS. This is not good. This is a nominal sign that shows that Nigeria has regressed, from a nominally democratic country to one that is now back to a full-blown dictatorship. It's very terrible. And what happened on that day, that was even the first day of the protest. It was an unprovoked attack by the RRST of the Nigerian police. We had just finished the protest at the Ojota on that day, and everybody was just walking home. This individual, Damilola Akinola, was also walking home with a group of protesters along Oregun, which is just a few distance away from Ojota. The RRSC, the police van accosted them and ran after some of them. They arrested 3 of them at that spot. Damilola Akinola was so unfortunate as he was running. A policeman, cornered him and used a baton, to smash his head at the back. The force of the blow was so much that the baton itself broke into pieces and his head was split open. He almost fainted from so much loss of blood and had to be rushed to a nearby hospital where the head was stitched, and that was what actually saved his life. And since that day, it's been more than a month now, the police have not done anything regarding investigating the police officers who took part in that unprovoked attack, and neither have they done anything to even try and provide any restitution to this person who was so violently attacked. And that's why we think that despite the usual story that the police in Lagos State did honorably in the civil way, we think that the police in Lagos State still has a question to answer, because when you have such cases of unprovoked attack and then there's not even an attempt to try and investigate, it does show that even here in Lagos we face a very terrible issue. What has happened today now is to show that protest works, and that when we fight, we can win. And that's why, just as we were doing this, we had the news that our comrades in Abuja, Adaramoye Michael Lenin and others, were granted bail. This has to then fire us on to now fight more. Obviously, since August 10, when we ended a protest last month, the condition of Nigeria has even gone from bad to worse with the new fuel price hike. So Nigerian people, the youth now, have to go back to the street, to continue to fight on all of those things. That is what I think I've learned, from today's action. Thank you.
Our young people arrested, challenge you, they charge them for treason, another challenge you, double challenge.
My name is Mary George Belola. I'm representing the movement of feminist movement in Nigeria. We're here today with other CSOs and pressure groups across Lagos State to come and submit a petition on behalf of the protesters that were arrested in the August 1 to 10, 2024. by the federal government. And of course, because of the mandate of National Human Rights Commissions, as it is now, we've realized that there are a lot of gross human rights violations has been committed by the government. And because one, those people that were arrested, there were young people that were trying to say that there's hunger in the land, that when they were trying to demand for the good governance in our country. All for them to go into their home. They were arrested around 2 a.m. on the day of their arrest. And since that arrest, they were denied that access to their lawyer, to their family. Access to bail. They were denied. And also, we are here today on behalf of mothers in Nigeria, on behalf of the concerned mothers, because we know that an injustice to one is an injustice to all. We are saying that National Human Rights Commission should take up that challenge and be able to rise to that occasion to investigate what has happened. Why are they charging them for treason? What have they done to warrant that kind of treason charge against all these people that have been arrested? They were simply exercising their democratic right, which everybody, we agree with me that it's a fundamental human right as a citizen of this country, to come out and say no to a government that has decided to rule, on a selfish grant, that has decided to rule on anti-people policies, that has decided to rule on various attack on policies and program against the poor people. We are just trying to encourage National Human Rights Commission today on their mandate to please rise to this occasion of Nigerian people, to please rise to this occasion of Nigerian masses, to please rise to this occasion of the Nigerian youth, and be able to investigate and be able to compel the national government of Nigeria to do the needful, to do the right thing, and release these people unconditionally. And henceforth, we're expecting that our petition today, as has been submitted in Lagos State National Human Rights Commission office, will be taken to the National Human Rights Office in Abuja and be able to advocate for Nigeria masses. And we're saying, let the poor breathe.
So on this basis, I would say that we have come to the official end of today's action. I want to thank the media. If the media would like to have any informal interaction with any of you, to the National Human Rights Commission, we hope to hear from you very, very soon on all of these matters. Because like we said, we do not leave anybody behind in our struggle. So everybody who has been arrested unjustly, we hope that the commission will